Hello, welcome to another episode of the Hayes Hustle Podcast. It is me, your host, the trap trainer, Coach Hayes himself. Thank you for joining us. I would love if you would take the time to like, to share, to comment, and please subscribe. Enjoy this next episode. Thank you. Another episode of the Hayes Hustle Podcast. It's Wednesday. That is Wellness Wednesday to you, to me, to us. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Coach Will. Can't wait to get into today's episode today. Let's get going. Wednesday hump day. Midday. This is your midday hump day check-in. Your wellness check-in. Always got to get that midweek check-in. That's when things start going haywire. When your mind and body starts to rebel. That's when we got to reel it back in. So that's where we are. Midweek. Time to go to work. Time to go to work on ourselves. Time to make sure we are living for us, not for everybody else. Got to make sure we're getting that done. Wellness. Wellness, wellness, wellness. Not just weight loss. Remember, it's also weight loss. We do specialize in making sure that you stay strong on your weight loss journey. Weight loss is just a part of wellness. Wellness is the overall being, the overall culture, right? But one of the symptoms that your wellness is not right is your weight is not right. So one of your major symptoms that you need to get your wellness under control is you need to get your weight under control. And that might mean more than eating. That might mean, handling things that are a little bit suppressed, things that you've been putting off because you put others before you or just because you don't want to handle it. No matter what, I'm here to help you confront those things and handle them straight on. We want to take shit head on. We don't want, the more that you solve these issues in your life, the more growth, financially, spiritually, culturally, everything starts to grow. So make sure we're just not taught enough to work on ourselves. I really do believe that. We're taught to do everything else, watching TV, watching games, you know what I mean? Like everything else is so important, but we do not make ourselves important. I really do think that's true. I really do think that's true. And I think we're taught that's selfish. You're conceited when you're working on yourself. You do have to be a part of something bigger. You do have to care about your neighbor. You do have to give. You do have to, but it's a balance. But you got to take care of self, because if you don't take care of self, you ain't gonna be here for nobody else. So working in our mental mind space is where we at today. Building mental bridges. I got to build them for you. Some people don't know how to get to the other side, man. You're smart, you're talented, you got everything it takes, but you don't know how to get from one side to the other side. And that's where the mental bridge comes from. That's what Wednesday, hump day, midday, right? So you got Monday and Tuesday over here. You got Friday and Saturday. You got Thursday and Friday over here. That is the bridge. What bridges that together is Wednesday, hump day. That's what we got today. You got to work your ass off on making yourself. Work your ass off on working on yourself. I think wellness really, like when it comes down to it, especially what we're doing, what I'm trying to do here with our community is wellness to me is like being willing to do and make the necessary changes to improve your wellness, to improve your well-being. There's things you know you should be doing that you won't do. There's things you know you should stop doing. But being willing to do it is actually working on your wellness. Real talk. Wednesday, hump day. I'm already working on your ass right now. We ain't even got to our sponsors yet. I'm already working on your ass right now. giving you some themes right now, just before we get into it, so you can know it's Wednesday. I hope you've been having a great week. I'm already getting into the meat of this shit. You know what I mean? I want to help. When I have more content, I want to have less fluff, more content, more things that can actually help you, more jewels, more gems, so I can make you into a diamond. That real shit. Real shit the dimple's trying to pop. Get out of here. So yeah. I'm with you today. We on today. Wellness, we're working on building our mental mindset. Building that mental bridge. Building that mental bridge is so much. We're so busy beating ourselves up about the past, about what we should have did, all this kind of bullshit, instead of focusing on right now. We talked about that in the past about, if you want to get rid of anxiety, stop worrying about the future. Worry about right now. If you want to get rid of depression, stop worrying about the past. Can't do shit about it. It's gone. Those are the two main factors for anxiety and depression. Not living present is the number one culprit. Looking forward, oh my God, tomorrow is coming, next week, or I got to leave town, instead of just fucking living it out. And when it gets here, it gets here. What you should be doing is preparing for it. Now we're going to get into some of that today. How transformation, and that's what we're talking about on Wednesday, transforming my mindset, transforming my body, transforming my spiritual relationship with God, like transforming it takes practice, takes training. This has been my theme of the week, and it pertains. It almost every day of our podcast is a different theme, but it's funny how it kind of weaves itself into each one of them. In order to get this transformation that we're all looking for, to become stronger, to become leaner, to become whatever it is, smarter, to become more accomplished, to become a better husband, become a better father, it takes practice. It's not a switch. No, there is no flip the switch. It is practice. It is training. Failing, getting back up, doing it right. See, can I do it right 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row? Training, practice. That's also where you get confidence from. I'm already going. I still haven't even talked to the sponsors yet. I got to talk about the sponsors. Golly. Training. I just want to help you right now, so you stop bullshitting. Because everybody is, I gotta take this course if I had the money to do this, and that's just bullshit. You got to keep on working with what you got. Train. Work, especially shit you love. Start with what you got and just keep on going. If you're a dad and you try to be a better dad, you got every day to work on it. You got lunch to work on it. You got breakfast time to work on it. You got dinner time to work on it. Plenty of time to work on it. This applies to all walks of life, man. Personal development, a must. Personal development is a must. It's only thing we talking about is self. Talking about and being today. One of the biggest themes today is being selfish. It's all right to be selfish. We're gonna talk about that today. I'm going to get into it today. Let me thank our sponsors, man. I'm already just ready to get into it. I'm ready to get into it because I think I'm kind of redundant on some of these themes, but why search for fluffy shit to talk about when it's really only about a handful of things? I think you just keep on hitting it over the head until my community starts to understand and their life starts to change and they go, bingo, you're right. It's just meat and bones. You know, I'm eating potatoes. I said meat and bones. Come on, man. Meat and potatoes, man. You know what I mean? Just keep it simple. Keep it what it is. Big shout out to the sponsors today, man. It's Wednesday. Bridge City Fathers and Mentors Program. Bridge City Fam. Non-profit program dedicated to at-risk youth, coordinating and developing year-round programming, outreach services for at-risk youth, for single parents, to aid single parents. Also, we also doing early fatherhood development, for fathers who want to learn how to be better fathers. Maybe they got kids on the way. Maybe they are already fathers and they're great execs and they're great businessmen, but they're horrible fathers. And they want skills. There has to be a place for that. There's no judgment, man. Not all of us had great fathers to learn how to be fathers. I happen to have the best father. It's very subjective, but I happen to have the best father. He was a father to many. On top of having many kids. He was a father to the community, but he also had a million damn kids too. But he got a lot of practice on being a father. And once he got to me, which I probably about his, who knows, 10th kid, 20th kid, but I'm the only, I'm one of, my dad he had a bunch of kids and had a bunch of practice and a bunch of training and doing all that shit, but only took care of 2 kids, only raised 2 kids, and I was one of them. And he gave me the game. Everything you learned, you put it in me. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share it with you. That's how I go. Wednesday, we're going to use this haze wisdom for your healing. That's what's going on. So big shout out, Bridge City Fathers and Mentors Program. We are just a nonprofit program dedicated to building fathers, building relationships, building bonds, building bridges between resources and kids who need resources, and families out there that at risk. The single parent families that need year-round support, need year-round programming, and need to have a person of impact in their kids' lives besides themselves. Because like we've been talking about, it's if your foundation is not solid, and there's a lot of kids' foundation not solid, especially if they have one parent. You got one parent trying to cover all the bases. If you got one parent trying to cover all the bases, it's easy to have cracks in your foundation. When you have cracks in your foundation, kids fall through the cracks. Or I should say, when you have gaps in your foundation, right? Then it's easy for kids to fall through the gaps. That's the way it goes. Falls through the cracks. That's just the way it goes. So, one, people are not spending enough time on foundation, getting foundation right. And that's what our nonprofit's all about, is giving them a great foundation to succeed. Giving them a great foundation to succeed. That's what it's all about. Okay, that's what it's all about. Also, brand new sponsor, Hayes Hustle, another nonprofit that I founded, helping at-risk youth establish success through hustle. Hustle meaning entrepreneurship development, work ethic training. Because you can't be a successful entrepreneur, you can't be a successful business person if you don't have a fucking work ethic. So a lot of these kids are not having the opportunity to develop work ethic, true work ethic. You need to work, and you're not, you know what I mean? Some of this is show me how much you want it. You got to come and put in some work. You had to exchange some of that time for some knowledge. So that's my brand new nonprofit, helping at-risk youth establish success. That's what HAZE stands for, helping at-risk youth establish success through hustle. Entrepreneurship development, work ethic training. So we're going to teach them how to work, then we're going to teach them how to hustle. It's different. First get a work ethic, then apply the work ethic to the hustle. Let's go. Save ourselves. That's what's up. That's our 2 sponsors for the day. 2 sponsors of the day. If you want to be involved, check us out at www.cultivate, breadcityfam.com. Fam as in family, FAM. Okay, FAM. Hayes Hustle is our website's coming soon. Coming soon. Coming soon. So yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited to get back to business here. Okay. Wednesday is all about helping you with your transformation. And transformation just meaning like you don't have to be a big transformation. You make you stronger. You should be getting stronger every week. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you should be getting stronger every week. So it ain't like it has to be a big overall thing. It needs to be every week you're working on yourself. And that's what this Wednesday is about. We working Wednesday. We got to check in on Wednesday. Your Wednesday check-in is about are you just trying to get through the week? You got to have enough of that shit. Enough is enough of that. Just trying to get through the week. Trying to get through the week is trash. Okay, have a purpose for the week. So Wednesday you can understand, fuck, I only got a couple of days left. I need to get going. Let me follow up on the shit I started on Monday. Let me push this shit through because the weekend's going to be here. You want to enjoy your weekend if you get a weekend off. Not everybody gets a weekend off. I don't always get a weekend off, But if you get a weekend off, then that's that finish line for the week. We were trying to get as much done. So this is the way you look back and you say, oh, shit, I got so much done. Because every week, you not like a rat race. I don't want to compare it to that. Because rat race meaning you're trying to only come up financially and trying to outdo this person and trying to outdo that person. But really working on yourself all week also is a part of this whole equation. If wellness is all about you taking the time, right, to do the necessary things to improve your well-being, then any type of success should start right there. Any type of success that you are trying to attain, if you don't have that box checked, you're in trouble. Let's make sure we take care of the main thing. You are the main thing. We always seem to look externally to do shit instead of, hold on, let me get my foundation right. A lot of us, our foundation is just broken. So no matter how we build, no matter how old we get, we change, the calendar changes because we never fix that shit in the foundation. As we build, shit starts to lean, shit starts to crack, shit starts to break down, and we can't fix them because it's so far underneath is where the problem is. So buried at the bottom of this thing that it's hard for you to fix that. It's on the bottom. You can't fix that from the top of the building. You gotta take your ass back to the bottom, to the basement, and rebuild. Nobody wants to do that. That's what we do every Wednesday, though. Instead of us having to tear anything down, we just continue to get down there and fix that foundation. That means change some of your beliefs. That means adapt some different theories and different mindsets that would allow you to conquer that fear in your brain, to overcome some of that shit. That's what it is. And the funny thing about it is, they got this big study out now that shows that really uber successful people, there's a main trait. They all had some type of childhood trauma. So we all parents are so busy trying not to make sure their kids suffer any type of trauma, any type of setbacks as kids, and not understanding that's one of the number one thing. Oh, we lost our house when we was in the 5th grade, and that kid became a realtor and became a boom. We're trying to shield our kids from, my dad lost his job and I decided I was going to own, and so we got our family business, and something traumatic happens to set that fucking kid off. You got to live your life, man. You can't shield them from everything. You got to go through some shit. In order to get to it, you got to go through it. So I just thought that was very interesting that not so much that it changes you externally. So you have so much trauma that you start doing drugs and you start drinking and you start doing that. But just enough to make you go, you know what? Fuck that. It's on now. I got to get up in the morning earlier. I got to go to bed later, whatever the fuck it take. Is that guy. Not the guy that is so overwhelming, which happens in life, right? It's so overwhelming, I can't see my way through it. I have to turn to A, B, and C. And now it doesn't fuel this dream. It tanks the dream. It extinguishes the dream. But I thought that was very interesting when I made to share that with you. Okay? It's not about perfection. It's about being able to repurpose your pain. Repurpose your pain. All of us have pain, but all of us deal with it differently. Some of us deal with it great. Some of us not so great. And that's what we gotta learn how to do. That's you gotta know who's who. Who are you? Which one are you? Are you the one that deals with it well? Or are you the one that cannot deal with it? Early in my life, it was hard for me to deal with pain. It was hard for me to repurpose it. It was hard for me to do anything like that. Adjusting the mic. It was hard for me to, and then as I grew and got older, I started to understand how to repurpose the pain, how to use it as fuel, how to not allow it to extinguish my fire, but to set it off. Very, very important. Saved my life, actually. Helped me lose all the weight. Helped me become who I am today. Lean into it. No doubt. Let's go. Wellness Wednesday. It is something that we have to continue to work on. This mental space, I'm seeing it through my athletes that I work with in my training business. I see it with my kids. I got kids in college sports. I got kids in high school sports. I got kids in middle school sports. I get to see kids of all, it's affecting everybody. It's on the news. It's your uncles. It's your aunties. It's everywhere. And I got to stay focused on it. I had a big week this week. I had family in town this week, and we had a wedding, and nothing stops this hustle, though. I couldn't wait to get to this. Wedding was just yesterday. Fantastic wedding. Big shout out to Tyresha. Big shout out to Nate, her husband. Dyer, Jaden, 2 sons. There's other kids involved too, but just was a fantastic event. Fantastic event. Big shout out to all my family. Coming out here from St. Louis, Auntie Ella, Auntie JD, Auntie Angie, and Uncle JD, Uncle Robert. We had it popping. My wellness. I mean, that we had a wedding, and the wedding was my cousin who got murdered, who's on my arm right here, right, tattooed on my arm, many years ago, who sent me into a depression spiral, made me I dropped out of college because I could not handle it emotionally. It ruined. I just got to telling you, when there's too much emotionally for you to handle it, it douses and extinguishes your fire. When I was in college and I was a junior in college and my cousin got murdered, it extinguished my fire. I could handle it no more. Almost, I wanted to commit suicide. I didn't want to be around. It was just so emotional. I had never lost anybody in my life, and it was the first person I had ever lost, and I was, 19 years old, 19, 20 years old, and it was just too much for me to handle. That cousin, his daughter got married yesterday. So you're talking about full circle. His daughter gets married yesterday. While he was on his deathbed, I promise I'm going to take care of you. You'll take care of your kids forever. She gets married yesterday. right now in my training business, I'm training her kid, training his would be his grandson. His father is there. His father is there. Who he grew up with a single parent. He grew up with his mom only. And I had no idea his dad wanted to be involved in his life. His dad has always wanted to be involved in his life. And so he's been around more in his death than he's ever been around when he was present, when my cousin was here. So it's just unbelievable. My cousin's birthday was yesterday. This was something in the past that just sank me in the past. And now it fuels me. It fuels me to be there for his daughter. It fuels me to be there for his grandson. It fuels me. It fuels me to represent him on his birthday. Repurposing my pain. At one point, it killed me. Now it literally heals me. Okay? So I want to tell you that there's a formula to reverse that pattern. Okay, wellness, we got to get our head right first. If you want to get weight loss, you want to do all this different shit, it starts with getting your head right first. With extinguishing some of those voices, extinguishing some of that fire around you, which remember, self-talk is about 85 to 90% negative. So if you ain't reprogramming, you losing. If you're not repurposing your pain, if you're not talking to yourself and telling yourself, I'm better than that. Yeah, right. Fuck that. Let's go. They don't know me. I got to get this done. Let's go. Let's get this done. You're talking to yourself. You're literally your own team. You're really reprogramming. When your body hears that, it's going to do it. But if you don't say that shit out loud, and your mind is going, you can't do that. Now, that's hard. Man, it's going to take too long. You don't want to go home. Just sleep. Just a lot of bullshit. You got to be the one to go, yo, let's go. Self-motivation. Go get it. Go get it. A lot of us, we get depressed because instead of going to go get it, we sit and we want it. We want it. We watch it. Oh my God, look at it. Look at it go. Look at it go. Look at it go. You ain't doing no chasing. You ain't getting no closer to it. It's just going back and forth, and you just dreaming, and the space between you and that reality is called anxiety and depression. So if you sitting there staring at it and it's going back and forth and you dreaming about it and you wanting it and you manifesting and that shit ain't gonna work. You got to be going toward it and manifesting and working and driving and grinding, but going toward it all the time. Trying all the time. The win is in the try. Trying all the time. Going all the time. Working all the time. Whether it's for peace in your mind, so you're always blocking shit out, you're always doing stuff that fill you up, this is not just about success, this is not just about weight loss, it's about whatever you're trying to obtain. But I would say that working on yourself is the first fucking thing you need to do. Yeah, I'm talking, it's some cursing. I'm coming from a father standpoint, a black father standpoint. I'm on you hard. And my dad didn't always talk to me nice. He wanted me to fucking understand what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes he would talk like that, it would perk my ears up like, oh shit, he said, fuck, okay, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, my dad's getting serious right now. I better pay attention before I catch a hot one. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker, he'll see me talking to me seriously and I ain't paying attention. They been that bop. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hear me, boy? I ain't talking for nothing. I ain't talking to the side of your head. So I make sure my ass is head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? You start talking that shit. I hear that. Get your ass over. Boop. I'm right there. I'm focused. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on you like that. I ain't trying to come out like these other podcasts, man. I'm trying to make your ass accountable. I'm trying to hold you accountable. I want to be that person for you if you need that person. Not all of us has. When I lost my father, I used to have that voice that talked to me and told me and guided me. The first person I heard that I listened to, like, oh shit, this is real, was E.T., the hip hop preacher. Hip hop preacher. That dude right there, I heard him and I said, man, that sounds like my dad. Holy crap. Now, he might not be that for everybody. So I think there's dads that need to go out there and be voices, that need to be leaders. Like, there needs to be people out there, the light out there. So there's different people that's going to gravitate to different people. Like, they, whether they didn't have a father and they hear what I'm saying and they gravitate toward it and it starts to help raise them. That's what I want. That's what I want. Or they lost their father, like I lost my father. And now you don't have a voice to help guide you. Now you don't have that male voice. Maybe you're a female and you need an extra voice. Maybe you didn't have a strong father growing up and you need to hear that shit. And you need to, right? And you have a son and your son doesn't have a strong father and you need to. This is what I want my voice, my knowledge, my wisdom to be used for. Now people are gonna do it what the hell they want to do with it, but this is what I want it to be used for. To help raise young ladies, to raise young men, to help fathers become better fathers, to help hustlers stop hustling and get to their ultimate dream, to be legit and make enough money that that they can do their thing. They can take care of their family. They can live happily ever after. We want that American dream. And a lot of that sort of, some of our people are making great money, but they're mentally tormented. And this is the wellness. Are you living through your gift? Are you here doing what the hell you're supposed to do? Are you willing to do to make the necessary changes to positively affect and change your well-being? You can know what to do. Oh, one day I got to do that. I know. If I did that, though, if I stopped eating that, I would lose 20 pounds in a hurry. So stop doing it then. Fuck you talking about? What we waiting on? If I just start walking, I would just start walking in, dude. What the fuck you talking about? That don't take no gym membership. Get your ass up. Put your shoes on. That people want to make excuses. I said the other day, I've been putting in more work every day than I've ever have in the last week or so. And I've been seeing so many results. And I thought to myself, the people that are really fucking getting it in life, bro, they doing this every day. Because I work hard every day. But then in 1 week, I decided to do even more. And I go, oh shit, what if I worked like that all the time? I probably would have been what I'm trying to get to twice as fast. Don't get it twisted, man. Don't give yourself so much credit for working so hard. Max the hell out. If it's something you love, you find your lane, you go. And if you don't know, spend some time trying to find out. Spend as much time as you can figuring out who the hell you are and fixing your foundation. Real talk. Real talk. Today's episode brought to you by Hayes Hustle. Hayes Hustle nonprofit, dedicated. Right? Hayes Hustle, helping at-risk youth establish success through hustle, entrepreneurship development, and work ethic training. I am the director. I am the founder. I am the president. Also brought to you by Bridge City Fam. Bridge City Fathers and Mentors Program, another nonprofit dedicated to building bridges for at-risk youth and families, building outreach services, year-round peer programs, teams, football teams, basketball teams. I got both feet in, man. I got both feet in. I ain't making no excuses. People talking shit. It ain't all about money. Yeah, I got a training business about money. I mean, it's about kids and they cost money. Yes, sir. But I got nonprofits. I got everything. I'm trying to cover all the bases, man. Not to impress anybody, not to outdo anybody, because I'm trying to fulfill what God put me here to do. I think He got a big mission for me. I spend every day just trying to extract what God put up here already, what He's already pre-programmed me with. Not some shit I had to go learn. He's already pre-programmed us with greatness. Literally, everybody is. Have you did enough? Have you honed your craft? Have you went and learned more about it? Have you did enough work and experiment in it to actually know the ins and outs of your own gift? That's the work you need to do in order to get to where you need to get to. Nobody talking about that shit, bro. Everybody talking this bullshit, trying to sell shit online. I'm trying to tell you about what yields results. Results. Real talk, man. Real talk. Just about time for the real OGs to speak up. Time for the real OGs to speak up. Yep. I'm on now. I'm on. The light's shining on me. I ain't never coming off. About to get off. Set off. Let one off. I'm telling you, I'm about to go, man. I'm just finna go. The world needed, man. Time to shine. Time to shine. It's glow time, man. I am not messing around. Yeah, I want to talk about being selfish. So we talked about anything you're trying to do, man. Anything you're trying to do great, you need to practice. It's all about training. That's why I own a training business. I used to coach, and I should say more about training than practice, right? I used to coach, and I used to think it was about practice. But practice has the script. Practice has, you got this much time to do this, is not, you know. And it does take practice. Everybody needs to practice. But the training comes before practice. To get ready for practice, to get ready for the season, to get ready for that stuff. Training is that work that you do to make sure your individual needs are taken care of, that your foundation is solid, that there is no gaps. And people, where they fuck up is they go straight to practice. They go straight to work. They go straight to, instead of worrying about their foundation. If I worry about my foundation, I'm a lot more valuable when I go up here. There's no money falling through the cracks. No money falling through the cracks, damn, bro. Solid foundation. I trap everything. Real talk. I'm coming to you with some real OG shit, man. Okay, so training leads to great practice. Then practice leads to the big shit. Okay, so we gotta make sure that we're getting that in, that we understand and putting in time, putting in work, training, working. It's not automatic. All that shit lying to you. Hey, you can make $100,000 and you can. Man, get ready to be consistent. Get ready to be dedicated. Be ready to grind. Anything you want. Every once in a while, people gonna get something right away. But people get given shit all the time. I'm talking about, how do you get it from the bottom? The only thing I'm talking about is how to come from the bottom, because I got mine from the bottom. Ain't nobody give me shit. I got mine from the bottom. So my only perspective is, some people like, well, what if you live? Don't listen to this podcast then. Listen to somebody else who's talking about, if you inherited $1 million, how do you want to spend it? I am not that motherfucker. I didn't get that. So if you're like, he's always talking about hustling and coming from, that's the only perspective I fucking know, is how to get it from nothing. You talking about the mud? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the mud, bro. Okay, so if you want to turn, nothing into something, that's what I'm talking about. We on the same fucking page. It's gonna take us. Back in the day, say the black man got to work twice as hard. Yep. They right. But we ain't the only ones that got to work twice as hard. There's a lot of things, mentally we should all be working to get our head right. We should all be working twice as hard, because the world is working 4 times as hard to break us. So we should be universal in that shit. But there's some cultural things and racial things that, black people got to work twice as hard to get the same life financially, and because we're never getting the respect, whenever the system was set up against us. All true. When they set up the sports system, they set it up as entertainment for these kings and these, emperors and all this stuff. And they set up, guess what? They wanted to see the strongest and the best of the best, and they hooked up the Africans and the Arabs and all these different people. Well, guess what? In the sports system, the white kids got to work twice as hard as black kids, because guess what? They're looking for the black athlete. I'm just going to be honest with you, right? So now they get white tax. We get black tax, right? We got to work twice as hard. They call it black tax. We got to work twice as hard. They taxing our ass. They always taxing our ass. The police tax our ass. They tax us in housing. They tax us everywhere. Real talk. Midweek, Hump day, we being real. They fucking tax us all day long. Brothers getting taxed. Black motherfuckers get taxed all day long. They also tax other races. They don't really, they I can't talk from everybody's experience, but I know they do. I talk to people from other races too. I know they get taxed too, but I can't talk from their experience. I can just talk from mine. They're getting taxed, but white boys get taxed. You have to you have to be a bad motherfucker to be on the court with the brothers. You get respect too, because you're like, man, that white boy can play though. You got to be a bad motherfucker though. You gonna have to be twice as good as the white boys to be out there with the rest of the bros, because they set the system up. Because they wanted the biggest. They wanted the strongest. They wanted the fastest. And that's us. So now, in order to get there with us, guess what the white boys got to do? They got to train. They got to work. And guess what? They're willing to do it. They will fucking train. They will fucking pay. I know, because I trained them. They will fucking work. They will train and put in the hours, because you got to put that 10,000 hours to be great. They'll put that shit in so they can get the same thing we get, the same adulation you get on the court, the same attention you get, the same contracts, the same all that shit. Now, they'll want to put in that work to become us on the court. The fact is, when we continue to do the work we need to do in business and in college and in this, family wise, to grow our shit. Real talk. Ain't nobody talking this shit. I know nobody's talking this shit. I'm on that real shit, bro. Don't start with me. Yo, that nigga. Yeah, I'm called about. Yep, that's what I'm all about. Cuddy. Real talk, man. Real talk. Hump day shit. I hope you can hear me. Venus flytrap of the podcast world. I'm on your ass right now. WKRP. What's up? That's how to crack myself up. That's when you know it's bad. You having too much fun talking to yourself in a camera by yourself, literally. So selfishness. I want to talk about this. Okay, being selfish. I think the society tells us not to be selfish. There is a time to be selfish. And you need to teach kids to be selfish with their time, to be selfish. I start thinking about two of the most things you can be selfish about. Two of the most things you can be selfish about. Eating right. Taking the time to read what the fuck is in the box, to see what you're purchasing, to say, oh no, I only eat this kind of fruit, or I only eat organic, or if somebody perceives that as selfish, or I only want fruit, no, I don't want to eat that, that's processed. Fuck them. That's something to be selfish about. Oh yeah. Call it what they want. No doubt about it. Something I would definitely be selfish about. Okay? Exercising, taking the time to exercise. So I don't have time to do that because I gotta go to the gym at the time, or I'm working out the house, or I'm going swimming, or whatever the case is that you're doing for exercise, and you're letting people know, like, nah, that time I don't have because I'm giving that time to myself every day. If you want to. 5 days. Well, you already did that yesterday, motherfucker. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody tell, but yeah, but you already did. Bro, this ain't we're not negotiating, dog. I'm telling you. I got to do this, and then if I got some time left, I can fuck with you. That's how you be selfish. Not enough of us doing that. We'll take the time for Harry, Dick, and Mo, but you won't take the time for yourself. You'll listen to everybody else's advice, but your spirit tells you something. God tells you something. Your intuition tells you something. You will fucking bury that because you'll listen to everybody else online because you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself, so you can't wait for somebody else to lead you some fucking with it. And then when they lead you wrong, it's their fault. I took that course for that course is bullshit. Man, I wasted my money. No, it's you. It's you, bro. It's bigger than that. It's you. Be selfish. Be selfish about getting to your shit. We only got limited time here on earth. You only limited people that love you. Spend your time with them. Be selfish with your time. Spend it with the people you love. Fuck all them other people. Yeah, you got to rub elbows and get out there and spread your love, live through your gift. But don't spend time knocking your head against the wall. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's get to our goals. Let's fix ourselves emotionally. Let's build ourselves emotionally. Let's build ourselves spiritually. Let's build ourselves physically. Stay focused on the main goal. Stay focused on yourself. When you build yourself and you make yourself attractive, it all comes to you. We don't need to, dream chasing. I like that my young kids to get up and chase those dreams. Just meaning doing the building block things every day, doing the micro skills, building the micro skills that will allow them to obtain what they want so much easier, to have the skill set that they need to obtain what they want so much easier. So we really work on the mini skills that when they add up, boom. Sometimes taking it in all at once is just too much. Break them down, build them up, stack it up. Be selfish. Be selfish with your time. Just letting you know that this is how it goes. A lot of us are just not selfish enough with our time, not selfish enough with, no, I don't eat that. You don't want to be a hassle to everybody else. Everybody else is going to eat it. So, fuck, dude, it's you. Be selfish with that shit. You are important. You are important. I was going to start eating fruit, but no. Dude, just do it. Just do it. And remember we talked about cutting out the word shoulda. This toxic words. I wanted to share this with you. I was watching something today, and they was talking about Tony Robbins, great motivational speaker. He said that doing the power stance, I'm going to do this real quick. He says standing like Wonder Woman or Superman, standing straight, kind of like hands on hips, right? I can stand up, I guess. No, I ain't gonna stand up. Stand up with your hands on hips, powerful, chest up. For 2 minutes a day, improves all type of function, all type of confidence, all type of this. It lowers your cortisol, which is anxiety response in your body, right? Chemical in your body, like that stuff right there. There's postures that you can stand that increase your power. There's words that you can say. There is beliefs that you can believe that literally make you stronger. And nobody's talking about any of this stuff. And this is the stuff that we got to get more in tune with how we're projecting ourselves, the words we're saying, the words we're reading, the shit that we're listening to. This is the stuff that's polluting your brain. It's what you think. It's how you feel, because all that stuff means something. So you have to guard, and you have to be selfish with what you listen to, what you allow in your brain, what you allow in your eyes, what you allow in your spirit. You just have to remember that. This is real life, and I don't feel like people are talking about this. Be willing to make the necessary changes to affect your well-being. Be willing to practice and hone and train and hone and train and fail and get up. Nobody said it was supposed to be easy. There's a path to this. There's levels to this. And training and practice will allow you to get there. But remember, training comes first. Training becomes strong. Get your foundation strong. Then go to practice and practice those things now. Then take that shit into your life and win. Be selfish. Be selfish with your time. Be selfish with what goes into your body. Be selfish with your, right? Be selfish with your intentions. Real talk. This is Coach Will on Wednesday, Hump Day, your midweek wellness check-in. I'm being consistent. I'm with you. Please make sure you make consistent decisions that align with your goals. Run fast, run hard. When it's the weekends, play fast, play hard, and then get back to work. You're worth it. Always remember that. You're worth it and you're enough. So keep on building. Keep on building. Okay, stay consistent. You don't regret is something we do not have time for. So if we can stay focused on the things and the people that matter, our life will matter a lot more to us. So I just want to make sure we're staying focused, baby. Midweek, make sure you're checking in. Wednesday is hump day. Remember, it ain't hump day if you ain't working your ass off. This is Coach Hayes signing off from the Hayes Hustle Podcast on the Big Wednesday podcast. Wellness Wednesday, Weight Loss Wednesday. I hope you have a fantastic day. Peace out.